And I keep saying the problem was not even my husband. The problem was two very good people, very wrong for each other. My ex, I cannot say, I will not sit here and speak ill of the father of my children. I despise women who do that because nobody forced you.
That's true.
Did anybody take a gun and tell you to get married to this guy?
No.
No. Take responsibility. Conscious. Make your children consciously aware of who they are. And it is not wrong not to be street smart. We cannot all be
we cannot all be gifted.
Encourage them to understand that it is not a problem.
Yeah.
This is who you are. Accept. Now when they go to marriage, there are people who know themselves. As we discover ourselves when we are married, maybe that's why we and I am a divorcee. I got divorced because of that. Because I did not know myself. You discover yourself there. So I made it a decision and a purpose to teach my children how to discover themselves from the time they are young. And unapologetically say, this is me.
Yeah.
With all my weaknesses, I come like this.
Yes.
My weaknesses are, name them. All of them come. This, thank you. No.
Your children are lucky to have you.
I believe, I hope so.
They are lucky to. Because I'm looking at
you need to be you're the parent. That's why I don't understand how parents can allow their homes to wreck. Siblings are in rivalry. They are not talking to each other. Where is my place as a mother or as a father? I have failed, whatever way you look at it.
You know, there's something I keep telling parents when we're having parenting workshops.
Yes.
Connection before correction.
Yes, exactly. You have said it perfectly. Connection before correction. But as African, especially our African culture, we like to correct first.
Hatuna connection.
No connection. You're correcting without connection. And you expect me as a child to work with that. And then we bring the cursing line.
And we even go to the Bible.
Yes. Yeah. And then this Bible is applied when it suits them. Children, obey your parents in the Lord. Children, they do not. Children, obey your parents in the Lord. For this is the right thing. Honor your father and mother so that you may have a longer life. Parents do not provoke your children to anger.
Yes. And
so when you choose a lifestyle, when you choose a path of life, and they do not agree with it, you're disrespectful.
Yes. But you know, sometimes I don't even think these children are disrespectful because they are learning. It's just that our ego will not allow our children to speak their minds.
Yes.
Our ego will not allow for negotiation or just normal conversations.
Yes.
Because most of us, I grew up in a household where I was to be seen and not to be heard.
Thank you. That is what I wanted to say.
Welcome to the Golden Apple Show. I am your host, Jaquline Njeri. Thank you so much for being here, for commenting, for subscribing and sharing my content. I have said this time without number, your story could be the key to someone else's prison. So don't shy away from sharing your story and inviting us into your world. If you have a story that you'd like to have as feature, please leave a comment and I will get back to you. Now, matters failed relationships. This is a very delicate topic, especially when it comes to us women, because we are nurtured to crave relationships. We are nurtured to crave the aspect of being with someone else and giving your all to make a relationship work. But what happens when that relationship that you idealized so much, that you worked so hard to achieve and you worked so hard to maintain, does not work out? How do you transition from that to creating a different narrative for yourself? How do you make people understand that because one relationship didn't fail, that any other that you get into is going to work? How will the people around you support in those moments of turmoil when you're trying to recreate your story, when you're trying to create your narrative? I have a very beautiful lady with me today. She gave me an intro, but I'm going to invite her so she can introduce herself again and tell us a story that is going to inspire, that is going to make us feel, by the way, just because something has failed doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. You could still reclaim yourself. Your failed relationship does not define you. It is just a stepping stone. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Please tell us your name, about yourself, anything you'd like us to know, and then take us into your world.
Okay, thank you so much for welcoming me here. My name is Mukami Karanja. I am a mother of 3, and I was formerly married in a relationship, white wedding, but it failed, so I'm a divorcee. But currently I'm in another relationship.
Whoa, yeah, I was like, remember I asked you, was the first one a white wedding?
Yes, it was a white wedding. It was. Wow, I was kind of young. And we started the journey of marriage.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting because both of us were young. We were like 9 months apart, as in age-wise.
Yes.
So we were below 25. So you see, we were pretty young. I remember on my wedding day, my mother really cried. And I didn't understand why. But after like 4 years through the married life, now I understood. You see, our parents were never told, they were never wired to share with their children. They would just speak like a line. Don't play with boys, full stop. You will get pregnant. Now you understand. You wonder what is playing with boys and getting pregnant. When you get to an age of understanding how someone gets pregnant, you do not relate how the playing with the boys is equals to getting pregnant.
So
but that is their way. That was their way of talking to us and telling us ambiguous things. And that has taught me a lot in my current life, because with my children, I do not mince my words. I tell them as is.
Yeah.
And then again, going back to the married life, they were never taught to, even themselves when they were getting into marriage, nobody prepared them.
No.
So how are they even able to prepare us, their children, for marriage?
Yeah.
So I've made it my life purpose to prepare my children and the world, teenagers. I like talking to young people a lot about marriage life, about being a teenager, about life, and keeping it real as it can be, depending on the age of the child.
Yeah.
So even as my last born is 9 years old, I remember when she was in kindergarten, we will go back and forth. When she was in kindergarten, I always told her, nobody should touch your body.
Yeah.
Nobody should remove they used to go to school with trousers. Nobody should remove your trouser. So if someone removes your trouser, scream, do whatever, but do not allow. So on this particular day, she was in kindergarten. She went to school. She sued on herself. The teacher told her, come, I have an extra pair of trousers. I want to change you. Oh, she brought tantrum. She totally refused. The teacher was like, now what is this? Jemima, what is wrong? My mom told me nobody should touch me. Nobody should remove my trouser. I say, no, take me home now. Wow. Don't remove. And she totally refused. The teacher called him. And she was like, I do not know whether to make noise or to be happy, because I am glad you have taught her.
Yes.
Even me, the teacher, and it's kind of a safe kind of environment, she has said no. And I was so happy with her. I hugged her and I told her, congratulations, you're taking notes. You see, that's a 5-year-old child.
And she really understands consent.
Why? Because you're sharing according to her standards of understanding.
Correct.
You do not have to get deep on how babies are made, what is happening, how sexual assault happens. You just give deep details according to the age. And that's what I keep telling my friends, my relatives, the world, like today. Give your children information. Information is power. Information enhances them to know how to deal with the world. Don't give us lies the way we were told by our parents. Me, I was an A student. I never got an E. You go home with an E and drama comes and all that. Me, I tell my children, let me tell you for a fact. Mathematics, I got E all through. I even wonder who is your mother? I mean, how can you be getting B's and A's in maths and I was getting a clear E? Correct. Life is not as easy as we would want to paint it to our children. I really dislike that. We want to show our children that life is so simple, that life is easy, that you have to be an A student. And literally, that's not the way life is.
That is true.
Life, you fail, you come up, you go down, you're in the middle, you're all over. Life is all over. Please, let's share this with our children. life is all over. Today you can be an E student, tomorrow you can be an A student.
Yeah, it keeps fluctuating.
Yes, and education is not everything. I'm sorry to say that.
No, I keep saying that.
I don't nail my children to A's and B's and all this glamour. No, we need plumbers. We need carpenters. We cannot do without doctors. We cannot do without engineers. So, dunia ni duara, ni mviringo. A little bit of everything builds the world and life. Yeah. So if your child is not, but it's not good in school, please relax. Encourage him to get that certificate. If she wants to be a lawyer, she's not good in school, encourage him to do as much as he or she can.
That is
Don't after Form 4. Start from bridging course, maths, English, whatever works. It's never that serious. After that, let's start or him do a certificate of what he wants. Go to diploma, higher until she gets to where she wants to go. Yeah. It is never that serious.
I know, right? Because I know every child, we have like unique children. No one child is similar to the other. And our children have different types of intelligences. But we are so wired to look at the academic intelligence only that we forget all the others.
Yes, and that is very sad. Yeah. Because we need all these people in this life. True. Let's encourage our children to be the best that they could be. And please, let's stop sugarcoating. If you are not courageous enough to talk to your children about life, that's why Mukami is there. That's why you're there. That's why another auntie is there. That's why another uncle is there. Who can keep it as real as possible.
That is so true.
As real as possible. My firstborn daughter doesn't like social media, the life, the world. She's very calm and collected. So I tell her, go out, go dance. She was like, why, ma? What kind of mother are you? Why are you telling me to go to a club and dance? But because it is an age that you do not need to skip.
How old is she, if I may ask?
22. She's in campus. Yeah. So, and she's like, Mom, I'm not interested in this. And I'm like, if you're not interested, it is okay. If it is not your cup of tea, then that's not your cup of tea. That is true. I cannot tell my second born that. She'll be in the club from Monday to Sunday. You see, you need to understand your children's personality. For her, I can encourage her to do something else, but not going to the club. You see, you need to understand where your child, what kind of personality she has, and blend into their lives. And let's be there for these children. Let's be there for our children. I do not know how to put this as deeply or as meaningful as it is. The other day we were talking with our akachama we have of women, and I was asking them, what if your child comes and tells you, I am a lesbian or I am gay? What do you do? She is not a child, she is 19, let's say. So according to our Kenyan system, that is an adult. The comments were hilarious. Some, kwangu atalala, atoke aende kabisa. The other one, gosh, I do not even know what I'm going to do. I have not fathomed what I can do when a child comes and tells me that. The other one was like, gosh, I will chase them away. Then they all shared their views, and I was like, where do you, as a parent, stand and say, no matter what, this is my child?
Do you think that's achievable, to get to a point where you accommodate your children and all their choices, as much as their choices are a bit questionable?
It is a choice you make, Jackie. It is a decision you need to make as a parent. And you don't make it now. As soon as you go to that labor ward, deliver that child. You have from age 1 to 17 to instill the fear you need to instill, to instill the morals you need to instill. Wakivuka 18, my friend, you need now to change the narrative. Become a friend, become a listener. You can threaten. And I'm telling you, those 17 years count. Because there's some, mimi niambia mama yangu mimi ni lesbian, unless I'm dead. unless nataka kudai. Why? 17 years. Now, as we sit, we don't instill. Then you come, he tells you that. Now, that is when you realize that is when you start instilling morals, discipline, what. It doesn't go like that. It can't work. It will not work. It won't work. You need to start. From the very foundation. The kind of relationship you have. The kind of relationship, what you want your children to take home. If you want them to be going to church, my friend, Sunday nimesema uko already 8. Oh mom, I am feeling as long as you're under my roof, eating my food, you have to. Even my campus girl knows. If you come home, when you're kwako nje, I don't care. But my house, Sunday is church. Whether you feel like it, whether you don't, we are going. There's no negotiation. There is no negotiation on that. And she knows. She comes like today, it's a Saturday. Mom, I come home, okay, sawa. Sasa kesho lazima niende tena. No, that is not debatable. 2 hours are the ones that are going to make you get tired. You will go to church while you come and sleep. If your problem is sleeping, sleep is not going anywhere. Yes, if it is reading, you will come and read. So you instill. You see how she knows. I'm just giving you examples. So we must instill. So they asked me, you Mukami, when your daughter comes and tells you, what will you do? Number 1, she knows already that is a no-go zone. Number 2, she has made a choice and a decision to go that way. As a parent, what am I supposed to do even before God? I tell you, my daughter, it's unfortunate. My heart bleeds, aches, I'm in pain. And since you have seen it fit to put me in this position of pain, my status quo still stands. No matter what, whatever you do, I'm your go-to person. We are going to get through this. I am going to fast, I'm going to pray, I am going to go to God, but I will never chase you. And I'm not encouraging you to go through this path. Please get me correctly. I will not chase you because you're my flesh and blood. I will not chase you because I gave birth to you. I will not chase you because you need to know. No matter what, you are my child. I will choose you over and over and over, no matter what. Remember the 17 years you have instilled? Those things crush a child. You see, you have already instilled. You don't need to be a drama queen. But if you have not instilled, you will see drama. I can assure you, it cannot work. But if you have walked the journey with your child, you are telling her, I am in pain. I really need you not to walk this path. Oh, Jacquline. Even if it takes 5 years, 10 years, she will come back. And knowing my mother never let me go. Even when I was doing stupid things, even when I was not being mature. You need as a parent to be mature enough. I keep asking, who is the parent? So why chase a girl because she's pregnant? So who is being a child also? You're also causing a tantrum. Thank you. You need to be you're the parent. That's why I don't understand how parents can allow their homes to wreck. Siblings are in rivalry. They are not talking to each other. Where is my place as a mother or as a father? I have failed, whatever way you look at it. You know, there's something I keep telling parents when we're having parenting workshops. Yes. Connection before correction. Yes, exactly. You have said it perfectly. Connection before correction. But as African, especially our African culture, we like to correct first. No connection. You're correcting without connection. And you expect me as a child to work with that. And then we bring the cursing line. And we even put the Bible. Yes. And then this Bible is applied when it suits them. Children, obey your parents in the Lord. Children, they do not. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is the right thing. Honor your father and mother so that you may have a longer life. Parents do not provoke your children to anger.
Yes. And
so when you choose a lifestyle, when you choose a path of life, and they do not agree with it, you're disrespectful.
Yes. But you know, sometimes I don't even think these children are disrespectful because they are learning. It's just that our ego will not allow our children to speak their minds.
Yes.
Our ego will not allow for negotiation or just normal conversations.
Yes.
Because most of us, I grew up in a household where I was to be seen and not to be heard.
Thank you. That is what I wanted to say. My words exactly.
And we do not know how to undo that.
Thank you.
And our children will bring back to the surface those aspects of us that are unhealed.
Exactly. And that is why I have a problem with that. Because according to our African culture, children are there to be seen, not to be heard. But my father he worked with Wazungu's sana. So for our home was a bit different. We could share what we feel.
Yes.
I thank him for that.
Oh,
that was
you guys were lucky.
A bit. Kuna mali utafika kwa utaona the sura imechange, unaona no here yes, because it comes back.
Yes.
Mtoto anaweza niambia hivyo na mimi ni mzazi. Then I think he reminds himself and come back to normal. At times anasema no, we are not going to discuss, but eventually he'll bring up the conversation and we can talk. So maybe that helped me to be who I am. I believe so to a certain, because my dad, we could dialogue when he was not upset. My dad is very high tempered. Ni wale watokasirika haraka na wanafurahi haraka. I took that after him.
Kama maziwa.
Yes. You get angry very fast, but after you calm and collected. So I think that also helped me a bit. But now with my children, it is different. I have purposed. You know, those things that you put in your head and mind, we are going to work through this. I am the mother, I have said no. Here we are not agreeing to disagree. There's some things, Mom, but you keep telling us we should sit and discuss this one. We are not discussing.
Kuna negotiables.
Yes.
Non-negotiables.
Non-negotiables. Yes. You need to make that extremely clear. Negotiables and non-negotiables. And my second born understands. If I can say yes to something my first born has asked, and my second born I say no because of personality. And I make it very clear. You know yourself. Am I lying? Mom, you know you make this thing very hard for me. No, I need you to understand yourself. It is very important to know you. It will go along in your life. Understand yourself perfectly well. You cannot put yourself in this situation and you come out excelling. No. Your sister can put herself in this situation and excel perfectly. You can excel like a hustler. The second one can really become street smart. The first one says, Mom, I need to learn. You see, she is already aware I am not really street smart. So I need to learn. Conscious. Make your children consciously aware of who they are. And it is not wrong not to be street smart. We cannot all be
we cannot all be gifted.
Encourage them to understand that it is not a problem. This is who you are. Accept. Now when they go to marriage, there are people who know themselves. As we discover ourselves when we are married, maybe that's why we are a divorcee. I got divorced because of that. Because I did not know myself. You discover yourself there. So I made it a decision and a purpose to teach my children how to discover themselves from the time they are young. And unapologetically say, this is me. With all my weaknesses, I come like this. My weaknesses are, name them. All of them come. This, thank you. No.
Your children are lucky to have you.
I believe, I hope so.
They are lucky to. Because I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, you are raising children who are self-aware.
Yes.
You're raising children who are supposed to take charge of their environment. You're raising children who will not be victims of the circumstances.
Thank you. Yes.
And I'm trying to tie this now with the upbringing that you had. Because we had this conversation a few minutes before it started. Most of us, tunajijua temenye tuko wazima.
Yes.
We didn't have an environment that was accommodating enough for us to question. For us to be curious.
Thank you.
People just watched us develop physically, but our emotional well-being, our psychological well-being was not something that was paid attention to.
Yes.
Now you, having gotten married at below 25, and you know you're an adolescent until 24.
Yes. So I was still an adolescent.
So you were still maturing. Oh my gosh. Did you know what you were getting into? Did you have an idea of the kind of marriage you wanted, or it was just umemaliza shule ama mumependana?
No, ni hiyo tu, mumependana, mumemaliza shule. I'm a Christian. My dad is an elder in the church. I was a saved girl, so you don't want to get into sin.
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah.
You don't want to get into sin. So your body has got all these emotions, so you feel the only way not to get into sin and not to and be a Christian is to get married.
Is it right for me to say that you were conditioned?
Yes, that is the right word.
Into this system of alafu wacha niseme na
Yes,
Kiswahili ndio vizuri. Madem amegrow kwa church, kuna schema.
Yes.
Unamaliza shule.
And then your father is an elder, so there is that PCA kwanza. PCA kwanza. Well, it is very important to note Presbyterian, because this
oh my God.
This church, there is an image you have to portray a certain image.
Yeah.
Especially if you're an elder and your children. So your children can suffer for you to keep that image.
Lazima
maintain. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to say that, but I have been through it. I know it, and I am a PCA damu, and I love my church, and I will never change it. But that is a fact. Whether people want to speak it or not, that is a fact. If you are an elder, you have to maintain a certain. So what else? Get married. You don't want to sin, and you're saved, and you are speaking Jesus.
And you want to be a good girl.
You want to be, and you want to please your parents. They are very proud. Walking me down the aisle, my wedding had over 1,000 people.
Whoa, excuse me?
Yes, my dad is a celeb na njia yake.
Whoa.
Yes. Yeah, those are that time kwanza. Chakula ilisha kitambo, everything got finished, but we got married and we started life. Yes. And I keep saying the problem was not even my husband, the problem was two very good people, very wrong for each other. My ex, I cannot say, I will not sit here and speak ill of the father of my children. I despise women who do that because nobody forced you.
That's true.
Did anybody take a gun and tell you to get married to this guy? No. No. Take responsibility. Take charge that you have an equal, if not a worse share in making up marriage.
You have contributed to that. Yeah.
So
it's not he did.
He did it. I can never speak he did, I did. No. If he wants to speak he did, I did, sawa. But me, we are two very good people, very wrong for each other.
That is not something I hear many people acknowledging.
Two very good people, very wrong for each other. Simple. He was a good father, he was a good husband when it lasted. There are things that he did that made me divorce him, but equal responsibility, if not more. God knows. God knows who played the bigger part. But again, I keep telling women, ask yourself, call yourself a meeting. Number one, have I given my all in this marriage before you walk out? You and your God. Have a conversation. God, I have tried, I've done, and it is not working. I want to quit. That voice, you should hear it vividly. I did. I was driving home and my daughter asked me, do you really have to be with this man? My dad, why are you with him? It is messing me up. That was my answer. Because we lived together but separate. We lived together for 8 years. I was married for 14. So we lived together for 8 years. But from the 9th year to the 14th year, we were living together but separately. You know, to society. You know, we're in the same house, everything, but separate lives. You understand what I mean? So I was waiting to hear from God. To hear that vivid thing. And nobody knew I was struggling in my marriage until like a few months before I left. Why do you go speaking ill of someone you are living with in the same house? Women make me happy. Well, no, what is that? That is a lot of, you look silly. For lack of a
But if
better
it's that
word.
toxic, why are you still there?
Yes.
You know?
You need to work through your, I don't know, I don't want to use the word shit. You need to work through your, what is the other one, but
Situation.
your situation without telling people the way I know and I'm fine. You know, there's a normal one we talk when we are women. Ukijele battle na fight me, that is okay.
Yeah, that's neutral.
But that's neutral. It's okay to share our, I'm not telling women to die with their problems. Find a clique of girls that you can talk about
verbalize.
what you're going through, your man is doing to you. Na yana, how anakupatia story yako naona, my mom is an angel, let me stick kwangu. You see, I have that kind of, when you talk to this and this and this and this, you come up and find out, wow, I think kila mtu akae na mzigo yake. There's something you can
ukiongea na wengine, you also get a different perspective of how you're contributing to the situation.
Thank you.
How differently you can handle it.
Thank you.
And then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. So I do not believe in talking ill about someone.
That's very
when
mature.
We are together. No. No. Ile ati sasa hiki kitu kinakaje kinafanya
Kwa nini? Like kama if he's that repulsive,
talker. Yes.
If it's too much for you,
yes,
we have
liberty.
Too
much for you. You can talk about problems.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we don't talk. And nasema saa zingine wewe nashinda nini nafanya na yeye. Those are okay.
Yeah.
But not saying talking trash for lack of another word about someone you are with. That's not my cup of tea. And the women who do that, I keep reminding them, you have made a decision to be there. So own up.
Yeah.
It's very important to own up to your mistakes.
Yes.
Kubali. Hata mimi niko na makosa.
Correct.
Tena kubwa. I could even be the reason. Yes, I'm the one who divorced him, but maybe I'm the one who had a really big problem.
Yes. Well, it takes a lot of maturity to take ownership of the situation.
Women need to get there. That's why I get mad when I read posts. I'm such a Facebooker. I've not graduated to Instagram and the others, I'm still old school. I read stories and I'm like, oh, I went, I took a loan for him, he bought, who told you to take a loan? Were you coerced? It was willing, taker, borrower, willing giver. You took, you gave him. Their love.
When I see stories, you know, most women, not all, most women are conditioned to buy love.
Yes.
So,
yes, you have said it very well.
Unafanya kitu in the hope that this person will see the value that you're providing.
Yes.
You forget that it doesn't value you as a person.
Yes.
Everything you do will just not amount to anything.
Yes. And it is okay for you to take a loan for your husband. He's your husband. And if he makes a decision one day to leave you, it is okay for him to leave you. Yes. It is his decision and choice.
That is true.
Instead of killing you or killing each other, let's part ways in peace.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in, that's why I tell women, whatever you do for a man, do it because you want to. Remembering, kanaweza umana, mnaweza ishi pamoja forever, mnaweza fika mahali hata mtaki kuangaliana, all these factors constant.
Yeah.
But you still do it. Hii mambo ya kufanya vitu na emotions na tuache. Do it because you want to. Like when we parted days, we had really invested. I lost a lot.
That was after 14 years.
Yes, I
14 years is a long time.
And everybody was asking, why can't you fight for it? Oh, now, if the man saw it fit, he is a grown-up with 32 teeth. He has left me with children. And he has seen it fit to do this. Pesa ni kutafuta utafuta, my friend.
Yeah, that's true.
Pesa ni kutafuta. So for me, even the people who know me, when sometimes they make comments like, huyu anatumiwa na huyo jamaa, I wonder, I think you do not know my story. If someone is using me, it's because I've allowed them to.
Actually, that's true. You've
given them access.
Yeah.
I have given them the power and the authority to do it.
Wow.
I am not in an illusion.
No, you're cognizant of what is happening.
I am very cognizant. Very. I like to it. I have just made a decision.
Yeah.
And it is mine.
Yes.
Wewe unakujia wapi?
By the way, how is that?
Yes, how is that your problem? It is my money, it is my
Where.
It is our. What is your problem? You have all the right to see what you want to see.
That is true.
And I keep telling people you have a right to see. But we do not have a right to agree that what you're seeing is it.
Actually, yes. And until I have to explain, or I feel the need to explain to you,
it is not.
The interpretation.
Am I happy? Are you saying I'm happy? Am I healthy? Am I okay?
Yeah.
That is what should concern you.
Yeah.
Nitty-gritties, wachana na personal lives za watu. Whatever path someone has chosen, let's learn to respect.
Yeah.
It is theirs.
Yeah. Mukami, let me ask you.
Yeah.
So after 14 years, because 14 years is a long time, and I like the fact that you admit and acknowledge that it was not entirely on him. Like it takes two people
to
either make it or break it.
Yes.
And the fact that you are not wallowing in that victim mentality of sijui kiliumana, sijui alienda. But what was the it factor for you that made you realize it's not working? It's akuna, like.
I started seeing the signs as early as year 2.
Year 2?
Yes, in the marriage. And I was like, oh, this one, I think I made a mistake.
That's early?
Yes. But what have you been taught? Mwanamke ni kuvumilia.
Proverbs 31.
Yes. Na yeko nego kideri. Na mutumia nego tumia.
Kwanza, in fact, Kikuyu mutumia
nego kutumia. So you keep fighting. You keep fighting battles after battle. After year 6, you're like, am I really going to do this? And then I'm not a quitter. My personality. I am very aggressive. Yeah. And impossible is nothing is my emotion. In this world, nothing is impossible. Impossible is not, until I got sick. There's a time I was almost taking poison. I was suicidal. That's when I realized now there's a time I was driving home from work. It was blurry, I couldn't see. I almost hit someone. I parked the car, I switched off the engine and I cried. I think I blacked out. I don't know how long I was there, maybe 2 or 3 hours. Then I was like, this is not the way life should be. Yeah. Yes. So those were the few wake-up calls when I was almost suicidal. Yeah. Me and my personality and suicide. Can you see us together? I am a very strong woman. Extremely super strong. And you think, Jackie, someone can take me there again? I fear getting married. With all my Christianity, I love the Lord. With all my savedness going to heaven, I cannot be able to walk down the aisle again. Something my parents can never understand. Them, they would wish I get married, they go back to church, get married. If that is a sin I need to live with, let me live with it. Tuta sort out na God siku ya kiyama. For now, I am saying impossible is nothing in life. Yeah. For now, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do that. I have a partner, we live together, we are happy, and that works for me 101%. Yeah. We have talked about how we are going to live our lives, and it is working. We've been together for now, this is the 7th year. Wow. After I got divorced, and I'm happy. And we are happy, and we are bringing up children together. Yeah. Yes. And it works. Yeah. But now the issue of that huge commitment is at all other for me. Yeah. For it's really huge.
Because you've lived it before.
And honestly, I'm wondering, okay, what is the difference? Let me be very honest. The hard truth is, it's only that paper that is the difference. Because commitment is not, if commitment was translated to a wedding and a paper, we would still be together next. Yeah, true or false? If that is what equates having a proper marriage. Marriage is what the two of you make it and build and believe in.
That is true.
The two of you. It's not anybody else. Me and him. And if this is working, let it work until we are toothless, and then we feel let me speak a bit of Kikuyu. not a kyohiki. When we are two old women, mama, walking down the aisle. Or it might happen tomorrow. I believe in convictions, and my God, He will talk to me, tell me, Mukami, now I'm not happy with the way you're living your life. You need to change this and change this, and I will honor him because he's my all in all.
Yes.
And he's the one who will never leave you, nor forsake you. It's only God. I believe in that a lot.
Yeah.
I really do.
Wow.
So for now, I am happy.
Yeah.
I like what I have. It is working for me. Yeah.
So you have been in this, I'll call it a relationship,
Yes.
yeah? In this relationship for...
A partnership or relationship.
Life partnership.
Yes. Life partnership.
Yeah, life for 7 years.
Yes.
And now you got into it as a mature woman.
Yes.
I mean, you cannot compare to the young girl that you were initially when you got married.
Yes.
I'm sure you have taken time to reflect and kind of compare.
True.
How is this different from what you had initially?
This one, before we started this relationship, I totally spoke to my mind what I want. I cannot take A, B, C. I am A, B, C. My weaknesses are 1, 2, 3. Will you hack? Si lazima tukae pamoja. No. Si pressure. This is me. Kind of fikiria kama utaweza. Me, I've seen you, I've learned you, and I feel I can work with your personality in my life. Yeah. That is me. Yes. You turn the tables. Yes. Ask yourself the difficult questions. If you are sure, at least we can never be sure 100%.
There is that benefit of doubt.
But if you're at 70,
it's good enough. Yeah.
Then come back to me and tell me, yeah, come in, we can live together.
I mean, I'm looking at your level of maturity and I'm thinking, you know, again, these are not conversations people have at the beginning of a relationship, especially now women.
Yes.
Coming forth and saying, okay.
Because number one, let me cut you short, Jackie, I tell you, I have 3 children. There's a kajama who wants you and you're still giving not conditions, but you're telling him exactly who you are.
Now decide.
Decide.
You've come a long way.
Yes. And I was very intentional. And even now, if that doesn't work, it's okay. I can become another Akothe and get
life gives you a million chances to make it work. Yeah.
It's just some things that our parents, our relatives will never understand because they do not understand the story.
Yeah.
They do not understand what I went through for those 14 years. They have no clue of how I was beaten, molded, folded. Yeah? Kama ni carpenter unapigwa rada, kama ni masonary unachomwa. Unaona? All those dockets they will never understand. Then they look at it at this face value too. This is our Mukami who has been okay. Yeah, so I can be the next Akothe if it really doesn't work, but that's not my belief and that's not how I'm looking at it. Yeah. When I decided to go into, because I believe in marriage, I mean, I am a pro-marriage 101%. I even tell the young people, marriage works. It needs to work. Yeah. It can work. As long as the two of you have decided you want to live together and you will go through all the storms, the ups and downs, marriage works. Yes. But if it gets toxic, then it is toxic.
That is true.
You go. And that's what I was talking about. Like, my relatives, my family, my siblings will never understand the 14 years of pain, of kupigwa rada, hata kama wewe ni carpenter, kama wewe ni masonary kuchomwa. Ndio hiyo dirisha ingiane vizuri ama hiyo mlango umechomwa. Kama yeye ni unblock kusukuma hizo pipe, ndio unblock hiyo sewage ya maisha. Yani what I've been through. You cannot keep telling every Tom and Dick and Harry what I went through for those 14. I'm the one who knows. Yeah. People need to respect that. Yeah. So whatever decision I'm making, I've been through some difficult times. Yes. I've been through some difficult things that has made me the person I am today.
Yeah.
With all my Madhogodhanias.
You know, as you speak, I'm hearing the voice of many women.
Yes.
We don't take time to understand the story behind the story.
Yes.
And because there is this way society expects people to live and
Thank
behave,
you.
so if you don't do according to that rigid boundary that has been placed, people think you are a rebel. People think that you're not strong enough.
Now I'm a rebel. To most of the people who know I'm a rebel, I don't listen. They do not understand the story. And then this society thing of you come from a Christian family, myself, I'm a Christian. How can you be a saved Christian and you are divorced?
Yeah.
Well, the two do not go hand in hand.
Whereas we are supposed to look at the well-being of the relationship and the sanity of those two people in that union. Because it's not so much about us being together.
Yes.
It's about, are we good to each other? Are we good for one another? And I also feel like we misinterpret the Bible also.
Yes, a lot.
To suit several contexts.
Thank you.
Unaambiwa God hates divorce.
Yes.
Unaambiwa, I mean, there are so many. You
there
know,
are many,
I'm sure umeambiwa hizo
a
zote.
lot.
Yeah.
And that is what I have a problem. I like facts.
Yeah.
Let's work with facts on the table. Do not go and quote the Bible when it suits you. Because even me, with what I'm doing right now, I can go and take a couple of verses that I can post to you and they make sense.
Yes.
Our God is all round. He is an all-round God. You are not more superior than me because of what you're doing. Judgment belongs to him.
That is true.
If me and him, I am not feeling a conviction of what if I feel I'm okay with him, respect that. Yeah. Let it be. Be happy. Mukami is happy. I looked much, much older when I was younger because of what I was going through. Yeah. Right now, the man I'm with, he makes me very happy. We have our own romance here and there, but it works. Yeah.
Wow.
It works. It really, really works. Yeah. And I have a lot of peace. Yes.
I'll ask this question because I know so many people will ask.
Yeah.
Your Christian background conditioning.
Yes.
The one that influenced so much of your decision making.
Yes.
How did you get to a point where you made such drastic decisions and let go of the conditioning that ruled your life?
When as I told you, the two incidences when I couldn't see because of stress and pressure on the road, and when I was suicidal. Then I thought, no, our God is not fashioned like this. He is a forgiving God. The world might not forgive me for being a divorcee, but my God will. How many times have we been told to forgive in the Bible? Many. Even now, what I'm doing, and if I'm wrong, if I go back to my God and I ask for forgiveness, He will forgive me. Yes.
You had nobody to tell these issues. It was you for you.
Yes.
It was Mukami against the world.
Yes. And it was difficult. Kwanza, I was in a group in church that I used to lead, a couples group. And immediately I got divorced. It was the most hardest thing because everybody thought, oh, now we are single, this is not good for us. The church can also really slime you, you know?
Yeah, I've had that before.
It can really, really push you away. And I don't understand what is Christianity then.
Because we are nothing like our Christ, the one that we profess to be associated with. Yeah?
We are not like him. And that is why I have a problem with parents who shut their children away because of sinning. And they forget even themselves are sinning. If you're a Christian and you're shutting away your child or cursing your child, you are as equal as I. We are both going to hell. True or false? You're also sinning. We have been told to love our enemies and to forgive. And forgive. Why are you not forgiving your child?
I mean, your own.
Yes. Why are you not? Why are you not embracing your child?
They are.
There's a saying I keep saying. I need to make my children learn. I need to learn how to love my children, even when they're failing.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, but it's
doable. Even when
they're
failing me miserably, I need to allow them, not to just love them in hours as well to your lip service, but actions are saying otherwise. You understand what I mean?
Okay, that's questionable because...
Yes, because they will say, no, I still love you, I'm doing this because I love you.
But
no, love ni matendo.
Yes.
Actions.
Vile unafanya na vile unaongea.
They're not as ambatani. So my children need to know. Like today is rainy, tomorrow is sunshine. In the afternoon, kuna ni windy. They need to know I love them through all those seasons.
Wow.
And not to know by me telling them. Show. Love is shown. You need to show me. Yes. You need to show me. So my parting shot and my what I would want people to take home is that impossible is nothing. Be accountable to God first. This blackmailing your parents about cursing you and doing it because you have made decisions about life, it's not necessary. I will never put my children through that. Never. That is for me, it's painful. You cannot blackmail your own flesh and blood so that they can do something that you think is good. No.
As you speak, even picking aspects of your upbringing, and because sometimes we really admired our upbringing or we really disliked our upbringing. And when you're a conscious person and you want to make things right, you want to bring up your children that is very different from how you were brought up. And I'm hearing a lot of that when you speak, because you want a relationship with your children, you want to give them age-appropriate information, you want to give leeway to make mistakes. You want them to know that regardless of what they do,
I am still there.
You're still there. You're their go-to person.
Yes.
And it's encouraging to me because you are not letting whatever you didn't like in your upbringing affect.
Yes. It is a choice and a decision.
Parent that you are today.
Yes.
And
I pray parents would make that choice and that decision. I pray. Even when your child does that, he will come back. Hata kulete nini ama nini. As long as 17 years you did what?
I laid the foundation.
You instilled. Everything that you want to see your child become. For parents who are starting, this is your time. Past 9 years, you're a bit late. But you can still try.
There's still room.
There's still room. There's still room. You can keep trying. Yes.
Mukami, your parents are still alive?
Yes, both of them.
I want to ask, because they have seen you transition. They have seen you grow. They have seen you make drastic decisions. Decisions that I don't think they would have the courage to. How was their reception of this new relationship that you have right now?
We are still under turmoil. We are not in a good place because of the decision to be in this relationship. But I understand where they come from, how life was then. It is hard for them to come to. But we are cordial. We are talking. Yes. But we are not what we used to be. And they forget so many things, like what I've said. I've been really beaten.
They have no idea. Or even if they do, because they have not lived it. They will never understand. They will never. And I don't blame them. There's a time I was really bitter. I had a lot of pain, but I got to a place of like, you know what? I'm okay. Let me do me. Because again, you cannot force them to accept your decision.
Thank you.
Initially, they had to kind of you had to kind of live the way they wanted you to, because you were under their mercy. But now you are aware. You are intentional. You are purposeful about the life you're living. So it hurts.
It hurts.
That they don't really understand. But they don't have to.
Thank you. They don't have to. They don't have to. I have come to, and that is why I have made it my life purpose that my children will have to understand. I will make them understand. And they will make me understand where they are coming from. And I will be intentional in not giving up on them. Completely, no matter what. Yes. We have to make this relationship work. If my child chases me away to say me he's doing something and I'm not happy, I will keep knocking on that door. I will keep knocking. I will knock, and you chase me, I go and I tell you I still love you, my daughter, I still love you, my son, and I am coming back. And I will keep going back and back and back until we are working. Until we are in a place that we are okay again. Never give up. I will not.
But those kids know how lucky they are to have you. No, they really are.
I pray so, and I pray they don't give me a hard time. You know, sometimes things easier said than done. That's why I need a recording like this to go back to, you know, like 20 years when I'm in a place of difficulty. I'm like, oh, my daughter is doing my daughter. I still remind myself.
But you know what? You know, you being intentional about being present in their lives doesn't mean that they will not do things that will not please you. But the fact that you are purposeful and intentional, no matter how many blunders they make, unajua, you're still their number one go-to person. You're still their number one confidant. You're still their best friend. And that means a lot. So even if they lose direction, watarudi tu.
That's what I believe.
Because wanarudi because of love. Not because of coercion.
Love conquers all.
Not because they are scared of the consequences, because of love.
And
unconditional love.
Unconditional, that is it. Our African culture is very conditional.
Tell me about it.
Usipofanya 1, 2, 3, wewe si mtoto wangu. Now what is that? How can you tell your child something like that? Already that is a problem. Kwa nini unaletea mtoto wako shida na your words? Don't. No, parents, don't. Stop. And if you do it, counter it. Because we are human beings, we will get angry. We will say things. Counter it. Immediately, even when you're not countering before the child, because of your ego and among other things that you're feeling, go back in your room and ask God, no, what I've said, I've cancelled it in the name of Jesus. May my child not suffer for the words that I've spoken. Counter it. Now that is what Christianity calls us to do. But no, nobody is ready to have this conversation. Because this Christianity is twisted to what suits. Because I'm the father, you should honor. Because I'm the mother, you must. Keyword me must. Love is unconditional. You should not have any condition to love your child.
Nampenda vile yuko. Hata kama, because I know there's this image you have of our children, the way they are supposed to be, and that is unrealistic. And you get someone completely off what you're imagining. But bado ni wako.
Thank you. I will own up. Hata niko nasema hivi, I pray, and I do not pray this over my child. I pray they become everything that I would want them to be. And that's why I have a problem. Sorry to bring this up. I have a problem with if today I'm no more. Who is going to bring up my child? Because what I've instilled in them, I would not want them any near anyone who would counter. Because you know my way of doing things, people think I'm weird.
Weird is good.
Weird in instilling morals that parents don't. I show my children I fail. I even tell them I am in my second relationship. I do not want any of you to go through this. But I am, and I'm your mother. Whether I am who or who, whether I am a prostitute, whether I am a teacher, whether I am a farmer, I am your mother.
That is true.
The path I have chosen to take of life, it is mine to take. And I want to tell you, after 20 years, I've given you education, I've given you will go. So whoever I choose to live my life with, unakujia wapi? I tell them, even the 9-year-old, wewe unakujia wapi? You are a passing cloud.
Actually, at some point, it will be an empty nest.
So, whoever I want in my world right now, no relationship with you. This is my world I'm making. When you're 20 years having your hype, or 23 married or what, I will not be there. This man will be with me. So if you make at you stop your life because you're bringing up children, I do not believe in that. Personally, I think that is the worst mistake you can ever. Life is co-current. A little bit of everything.
You need to balance.
You need to balance. Exactly. You need to have your life as you're bringing up children, as you're a divorcee, as you're, you know, like, let me give myself a story, my own person. You're a divorcee, you have children, you want to have a relationship. Katambe, ziende, you know, zote, concurrently hapa kwa, ati now I put my life. That's why we become bitter women. You gave your life for your children, alafu mtoto wako kuja kulete drama, uwezi handle.
Ama hata hakusahau. Unaanza, nimekulea.
It was your responsibility. Mimi hiyo story sitaka kusikia. I brought you up, that's why you need to give back to me. No. Did I apply to get for you to give back to me? Kuna mahali tuliandika application. Life ni a circle. My mother gave birth to me.
Yes.
Brought me up.
Yes.
I am repeating the cycle.
Yes.
I grew up.
Yes.
I gave birth to my children. They will give birth to their children and take care of them. Their children will give back. So it is a cycle of life. You are not entitled to that, to nail that because I take care.
But you're not doing them a favor.
It was your responsibility. True or false?
Very true. 100%.
It is your responsibility to take care of me because you brought me to this world. Why did you bring me if you didn't want to?
Capacity.
Yes, not capacity. If you didn't want to take care of me, it doesn't matter how you take care of me. Hata kama tutaishi kwa nyumba ya matope, you will take care of me.
Just take care of me.
Yes.
Vile tuko.
If I want to give back, it's because I am honored. I am happy. And if my child does never give me anything after ameanza kazi, that's why I need to work hard and get my own money.
Yeah.
Sikutegemea watoto, unapatia watoto pressure. Nilikusomesha unafaa unifanyie let me make my money. If my child comes back to bless me, hallelujah.
Yeah.
If they feel no, hallelujah.
Yeah.
I should actually be a blessing to them.
Yeah.
I should have so much that I've acquired that niseme by the hour watoto wako ni mimi nitasomesha wote. Let me help you.
Wow. Abundance mentality.
Yes.
Yeah.
And do not make them become irresponsible because of that. No. Giving your children money or supporting them does not equal to responsibility. You need to teach your children responsibility. Kama kwangu there's nothing like I do not eat this. Wewe uko na pesa gani ya kukuja kuniambia ati ukuli ugali ati sijui kule githeri? Unaekeleaga pesa ngapi kwa meza? Fanya hivi, siku utaanza job yako, utakula
kile. You can make your own menu.
Yes.
And eat.
But hapa kwangu ni kuona tukigusa mkate. Ati juu utaki kukula sijui nini. Nitazihesabu hizo slice moja hivi. I am that radical. Nipate asubuhi umekula ati because there's something else. Yes. No, we don't. That's what goes back to the 17 years of stealing.
Yes.
They know. I'm their best friend, but I can turn in a span of seconds and become a mother.
Yes,
you know?
yes. No, because there needs to be a balance. You guys are friends. You have forged a beautiful relationship.
Yes.
But you're also the one who needs
I am
the
your
guidelines.
mother first.
Yes.
First and foremost, mimi ni mama yako. So yeah, I'm the parent. But after 19 now, I'm not the parent. Yeah. We need to agree to disagree. Now that is what we forget. Wow. That is what we forget. So unconditional love, parents, to all your children. Yeah. Unconditional. Hata akiwa mwizi, akiwa gangster, akiwa nani, unconditional.
Baby, unajua unconditional love vile tu nilisema ndio inawarudisha.
Yes.
Atablanda, ataenda make irrational decisions kule nje, ajipate in situationships that make sense, but akikumbuka akona number 1 cheerleader, they'll come back home.
And number 2, don't give up on them. Keep pushing. Even if they shut you down, away. Be the parent. Wewe ndo, you're the mature one. But now our culture inasemanga, mimi ni mzazi, mtoto ndo anafaa kuja kunitafuta. Not Mukami. I have refused.
Because zingine,
who is the mature one? Who is seeing things above and beyond? It is me.
Now.
Like
I'm looking at this children, I'm like,
impossible is nothing in this world.
I'm pretty sure now, especially the 22-year-old, she's getting into relationships, right?
Yes.
So you guys are having those conversations,
yes, completely.
No, these girls are lucky to have me. Because I don't think watablanda because they have a canvas to look on, they have a backup plan, they have a manual actually. That's the word I was looking for. They have your story to look back on and say, you know, my mom did this and my mom told me this and this. So it's very unlikely that those girls will screw up.
And I keep reminding them, I'm not your role model. Be your own role model. I cannot be. They keep telling me, Mom, I have a lot of Madagodanians. Don't really look up to my things. I have a lot of things that I have failed.
But that's beautiful.
I'm here for you. But don't emulate me, Sana. No. I'm here for you. Let's think it through. Mom, I'm thinking of doing. Mom, I want to. Let's iron and see. Is this really good? What are the pros and cons? I have taught them. You need, before you do anything major, have a coca list. Written, literally. Check the boxes.
Wow. Beautiful.
Then your conviction.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mukami, you can give us a parting shot.
Yes, parents, I would really encourage you to be there for your children, no matter what. Give them unconditional love. And in this life, impossible is nothing. That one I really like love saying, and life is for the living. Live your life.
Yeah.
Live it.
Yeah.
We do not know how long we have to live.
Yeah.
My birthday is coming up next week on Friday. I'm so excited
Oh.
for another year. I am not such a birthday person, but I thank God for another year that is coming. And I think I have lived my life. I believe I have. Yeah. With all the things that have happened, I've lived my life. So, be there for your children. Unconditional love. Impossible is nothing. Life is for the living.
Yeah.
God bless. Yeah.
Embrace your life. The highs, the lows, the beautiful and not so beautiful, because it makes you who you are. You heard it from us here. Live your life. Enjoy life. Live to the fullest. Love yourself. Embrace your flaws. Embrace everything about you, the good, the bad, the not so beautiful and the beautiful ones, because those all make who you are.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.